Howdy drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumsandword.com and welcome to this free video drum lesson. This song suggested over on my Facebook page. I'm currently asking my subscribers for their song suggestions over the next few weeks of the holiday period, and over that time I'll be hoping to do a few free lessons as well, a few more free lessons, including this one today. But this was asked specifically for the intro part for the song The Prisoner by Iron Maiden, drummed by their original drummer Clive Burr. So what I've got for you here are the sort of it's about 12 bars of the intro. You can download the free PDF and have it printed out in front of you as I go through this lesson. You'll find a link for these sheets beneath this video. So let's get started. We're going to go through each line individually. Tempo's 95 BPM, nothing too fast here. Straight away we're coming with the drums, and Clive comes in with 2 bars of drum beat before the guitar comes in with a da-na-na-na-na riff. So note also that it's loose hi-hat throughout. So we're going to get to a section later on in the song where Clive does some single bass drum magic. I'm going to be using double bass drum pedal for that, but we'll talk about that in a second. But the hi-hat is loose. You sort of want it half open, half open basically, and fully open's fine as well. But we're not playing it closed. It's half open or fully open. So the first bar, we've got these drags occurring on the of 2 and the of 4, but basically without them we get this 1 and 2 and 3E and 4, and it's the 3E and 2 bass drums there. But like I say, Clive drags into them on the of 2, 3E, 3E, and the drag is simply just 2 little tap notes played on the snare drum into the 3E, 3E and 4 and 1E, and it's the same at the end of the bar as well, 1E. 1E and into the second bar. So we get 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and 1E. Into that second bar, starts the same, well, it starts with the 1E, 1E and 2 and then very subtle on the recording, we get a little ghost note here. We get basically 16th notes. After the and of 2, we play and 3E and onto the high tom, but that snare drum on the just after that hi-hat is played as a ghost note. It's in brackets. It's very, very quiet. You can't really hear it on the recording. If you want to leave out these ghost notes, by the way, then do. We just get 3E and, but what Clive actually plays is and 3E and little tap there, and 3E and. He then goes down the drums and 3E and 4 and 1. So we get 1E and 2 and 3E and 4 and 1. And use that second because it makes sense. So the first line, 1, 2, 3E, 4, 1E, 2, 3E and 4 and 1. So then we go into the main groove, the rest of the band sort of kick in. And we get the same idea again with the drags occurring. He does them a lot throughout, but we get extra bass drum notes. So first half of the bar, 1, 2, 3E. So bass drum there on the of beat 1 in between the hi-hats on the and of 1 and 2. Then we get into beat 3, 3E and so we get these bass drums on 3E and then Notice that they're going in between the hi-hats here. Then we get a snare and crash on beat 4, 4 and, he comes back to the hi-hat for the and of 4, 4 and 1, and he drags into beat 1 of the next bar. 1, 2, 3E, 4, 1. Second bar, 1, 2, 3. Instead of playing 3E, notice the same start as the first bar. Instead of playing 3E, we get this roll of notes. And there's a few ghost notes in here, but really the main rhythm is 3 and 4 and 1. I'm going to use this occasionally for the high tom, even though it's written as the medium tom here. It might still be the high tom. It doesn't really matter though. You're just going to whatever tom you like and then down to the next lowest tom. But with the ghost notes in it, it makes it a bit more tricky dynamically. You've got to be able to play loud and quiet notes. We get this. Starting from beat 3 there. I could probably drag into it as well. I'll play the whole bar for you slowly a few times. 1 and 2, 3E and 4E and 1. Notice the right hand is playing that, but the left hand is sort of keeping on the snare drum and playing those ghost notes. 1, 2, 3E and 4 and 1. Really nice feel that. 1, 2, 3E and 4 and 1. If you want to leave out the ghost notes, we get this. 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Simple as that. Doesn't sound the same though. So on to the next line. we get basically the same as the first bar above. 1, a 2, 3, E, a 4, exactly the same as the bar above. We've gone over that already. Second bar here, we get 1, a 2, a 3, so we dragged into beat 3 again. 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 on the crash and a flam on the snare drum in between. 3 and 4 and 1. Simple as that. Excuse me. Then onto the last line of page 1, we get this. 1, a 2, a 3. He drags into beat 3, and this is the cool bit. Not the whole thing's cool, but this is a bit that I was interested to show you. Is that Clive actually plays this with the 1 bass drum foot. He plays, and I'm going to play it on double bass drum for now. 3 E and a 4, 3 E and a 4. It's 4 notes, 3 E and a 4. But Clive actually plays it with the 1 bass drum foot. So if you want a real challenge, then you can play it with just the 1 foot. If you've got the double bass drum pedal, the hi-hat's kind of open already, so you don't have to worry about maintaining its closeness. You can just come off the hi-hat and just play with the bass drum double pedal. But let me try it 1-footed. I'm not very good with this electric bass drum pad. It doesn't bounce like a real bass drum, and so that's my excuse out the way if I can't get up to speed. 1, a 2, a 3 E and a 4. That's a bit slow. 1, a 2, 3 E and a 4. I get the first note, the second note is kind of quiet, and then I get the and. It's just the motion I've got. See, it sounds very dodgy. In isolation I can get it, but it's with the groove. I'm going to keep all these mistakes in, by the way. It sounds awful, I know, but I wanted to show you that it is actually quite tricky. But it's also to do with the fact that my pedal isn't exactly set up perfectly. Blah, 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 blah. But this is why I use double bass drum for it. Double bass drum pedal. 1, a 2, 3 E and a 4. Not only does it sound very, very smooth, and if you listen on the recording, you can hear the sort of the slight differences in volumes, the way Clive plays it with 1 foot. You can hear how he's sort of pumping it. But I play it 1, a 2, 3 E and a 4. Feels way more comfortable, really solid. I can get both feet to sound even. But if you want a real challenge, then play it with a single foot, just like Clive did. So then on to the second bar, we get 1, a 2 and. Crash on the and a 2 there. 1, a 2 and then this drum fill. 3 E and a 4 E and. 3 E and a 4 E and. Down the toms like that. So we get 1, a 2 and 3 E, a 4 E and 1. That whole line, 1, a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1, a 2 and 3 E, a 4 E and 1. So on to the second page. And the first bar, very similar to what we've gone over already. 1, a 2, 3 E, a 4, a 1. Dragging into beat 1 there. Then the second bar, 1, a 2 and. Again with that crash cymbal on the and of 2. 1, a 2 and. Then we get this rather cool drag into the crash cymbal on the and of 3. 3 E and. 3 E and. And then 4 E and. 4 E and. So the whole thing, whole bar, 1, a 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. 1, a 2, well, there's no crash cymbal there. 1, a 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. The whole bar line, 1, a 2, 3 E, 4, 1, a 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. Kind of cool that. Because the crash cymbal was on the and of 3 and the flams on the and of 4, so we're hearing the upbeats. So then to the next line, and we get a repeat of ideas now for the last 4 lines. The first bar we've gone over already, won't waste your time with that. The second bar, we get a very similar idea to page 1, except there's no ghost note between this tom and the ander at the end this time. You can hear it on the isolated drum recording. So he plays 1, a 2, 3 E and 4 ander. So it's not 3 E and, sorry, it's not 3 E and 4 E. We just leave out that E. You can keep it in, you can leave it out, you can do whatever you want with it, it doesn't matter. So we get, on the actual recording, a little gap between that and that tom. So that line, 1, a 2, 2, 3 E, 4, 1, a 2, 3 E and 4 and a 1. Next line, we've gone over it before. It's the second bar is this, 1, a 2, a 3 and 4 and. Next line, we've gone over it before. 1, a 2, a 3 E and a 4, 1, a 2 and 3 E, a 4 E and. And then the last line, again, we've gone over before, it's at the top of the page. 1, a 2, 3 E, 4, 1, a 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. It's that one again. So really you've only got like 4 lines to learn, and then it just repeats for the last 4 lines using the same drum fills. And all great drummers do that. They come up with an idea that works for the song and then repeat it like a melody. You're looking forward to the part of the song where you hear your favourite melody coming along. The chorus is usually what hooks you in. You're waiting for that chorus, that bridge, or whatever it is you get excited about. It's the same with drums. If you can come up with a part that's really cool, why would you change it for the next section? You might as well just repeat it because it fits, and then you've got like a melodic, in this case a drum hook, that gets repeated. And so all great drummers do that. Store a little by the side there. So don't forget you can download the full PDF for this lesson, but before we finish, let me just play up to speed for you the whole thing. So here's what both pages sound like in one go without me waffling over the top, so you can hear just the drums. Here we go. So I hope you found that fun and enjoyable. If you've got any questions, you can email me, rob@drumsandword.com. Don't forget to download the free PDF from my website. And then while you're there, you might also want to check out becoming an online member. This is really what I do these lessons for. Unlike this lesson where I taught you just a small part of the song, on my website I teach you full songs from start to finish, every single note, every single bar. You get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart that comes with each lesson. Again, every single note, and I've got over 300 famous and popular songs on the website already, including, I think, about 2 or 3 full Iron Maiden songs as well. So there's plenty of stuff on there to look out for. As a thank you for signing up for the $97, that's the fee currently, you get a full year's access to the whole website. As a thank you, along with all the other full song lessons, I give you hundreds of little videos teaching you famous beats, fills and solos. 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous beats and solos, and then over the year of your subscription you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record every week unless I'm ill or on holiday, so you've got lots and lots of stuff to look forward to over the coming year of your subscription. And if also you want to make some suggestions and influence what songs you hear on the website, then go over to my Facebook page. You'll find a link beneath this video, and you'll find a post pinned to the top of the page currently. That's a great place to type your song suggestions. Other people get to vote on them that way. Rather than do it through YouTube individual videos, I just do it in one page, one post, that everybody gets to vote on their favourites, and then I do those. So that's the way it works at the moment anyway. But any questions, feel free to email me, rob@drumsandword.com. Until my next free drum lesson sometime this week, twiddle pip and happy drumming to you.